Hey y'all! So I'm so excited for the new Bridgerton series, Queen Charlotte, and I'm going to start watching right now. The first episode is Queen to Be. I have my tea, I have my laptop, and we'll be back with some thoughts. Okay, so some of the things I appreciated immediately off the bat is that I didn't realize it was going to be a past and present switch back and forth to like the original series. I don't know, I didn't realize that. But anyway, I really love the fact that you see Queen Charlotte in her scarf in her bed. So I love that. But I think they did a really good job in choosing younger actors that really nailed the mannerisms of, their future selves. And well, if you saw the original sneak preview, you get to see that, and you really immediately fall in love with George all over again. And it's just also, that sadness you feel for Charlotte, knowing that she's just sitting there waiting for the news that her husband has died, and so that's very emotional and sad for me. But why did Catelyn Stark? I know it's not her name in this show, but why did Catelyn Stark try to rub her brown off her face? I was just like, oh my girl, that's like microaggression. That's a macro. That's like he's just like, and she's just like, what? So, but they're just like, she's so brown, and I'm just like, that's that means that I expected that. I had that expectation of them being that way, and also I appreciate them not straying away from the fact that she's black. They feel like in the main series, like they talk about a bit between Simon and Lady Danbury, her being the first of her kind, but it's not as hit on the head as it is in like the first episode, right? When you first meet Lady Danbury and you see her with her husband, and I'm just like so traumatized for her. She's clearly much, much, much younger than her husband. And I think back to season 2 when she says to Kate, like, I have lived a life. I have earned my way of living. And you're sitting there like, oh, she has. She really has. And I'm just like, I hope, I know her husband dies, but I'm like, I hope he dies soon, which is so rude. But like, you can already see the makings of who Lady Danbury becomes, a leader in the town, especially for, the people of color in that town. Like, you can see the makings of that, although she's not quite there yet. The importance of continuing the family line, the legacy. I mean, knowing what you know about, the madness of King George, you understand why that became such an important thing for her. Because when her husband, her king, this becomes her life, she's like, we're going to make this work. We're going to make this, all this will not be for naught. We're going to continue this line. All the things that we sacrifice for, like, this is why it's so important. It's like she needs to secure this line. And I understand that. And then also, flashback, past her being like by herself on her wedding night, and she thinking that her and George had this connection. It was like, oh, things aren't going to be as scary as I thought they were, and it ends up not being that. And her sitting on the bed all by herself. I'm just like, it made me very sad. And so there are some other little things I really liked. How they have her and her brother speak a little bits of German to each other because she is German, and they talk about how and why she possibly have been chosen because she's an outsider and those little things. And yes, we haven't seen Little Violet yet, which is fine because I don't know sure how she really gonna play into these episodes since she is much younger than the Queen and Lady Danbury, so what impact she would actually have on the past at all. But I'm very curious to see how this goes, and I'm gonna move on to the next one, and so hopefully stay tuned.
You don't have to be perfect to be amazing.